engines, comms, everything. All the flashing beams of capital ship weapons fired disappeared.
Frameshift drive charging.
Every human ship in our vicinity.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Went dead, leaving us floating through space. I watched through the canopy as the Thargoids swarmed everywhere, more than I'd ever seen before. The bright Sentinel was their first target, and they unleashed a blazing barrage against it. Nobody on board could have survived. The superpowers have announced that HIP 22460 is off-limits to civilian traffic, and should now be considered Thargoid territory. The Alliance Defense Force, Federal Navy and Imperial Navy have each begun compiling official lists of every military ship deployed to the system, which remains unaccounted for. Azimuth Biotech likewise issued a statement confirming that both the Bright Sentinel and Heart of Taurus megaships have been destroyed, with all Proteus Wave Project engineers missing and presumed dead. No information on the status of Salvation has yet been offered by the corporation. Contact lost after Proteus Wave fired. Pilots Federation alert. Communication with all ships in the HIP 22460 system has unexpectedly terminated, following the Proteus Wave's activation. As intended, the energy pulse from Salvation's Guardian-based superweapon disabled all Thargoids in the system. This was followed by a second pulse of similar intensity from an undetermined source, which rendered the Bright Sentinel megaship powerless. The Thargoid vessels displayed signs of returning to life, after which all comms channels fell silent. The Alliance Defense Force, Federal Navy and Imperial Navy have verified that they are no longer receiving signals from their capital ships. Azimuth Biotech has been unable to contact the Bright Sentinel or Heart of Taurus. There has been no word from Salvation or any Azimuth personnel within the system. Some news feeds have begun publishing eyewitness reports from independent pilots, claiming that the Thargoids have resumed attacking all human ships. These statements have not been independently verified. However, the superpowers are insisting on caution until the status of the Thargoid fleet can be ascertained. They have advised that non-military ships should avoid entering the HIP 22460 system until further notice. Azimuth claims Thargoid doomsday imminent. Pilots Federation alert. Salvation's anti-Xeno superweapon is now complete and final preparations are underway in the HIP 22460 system. Commodore Morag Halloran, Azimuth Biotech's military coordinator, broadcast this announcement from the Bright Sentinel megaship. Salvation has confirmed that the Proteus Wave core mechanism is fully active. Calibration inside the Thargoid structure on the surface of HIP 2246010B has successfully concluded. Power sources derived from Guardian designs are building to the required levels, and a final series of safety checks are currently underway. Upon detonation, the energy pulse generated by the Proteus Wave will cause catastrophic disruption to all Thargoid biomechanical technology within range. Every alien vessel in HIP 22460 will immediately cease to function. Salvation predicts that the wide-ranging impact of the superweapon will drive all Thargoids out of the core systems. In practical terms, tomorrow will be their doomsday. This is the culmination of years of research, coupled with Salvation's revolutionary technology. The project could not have been realized without the military support of the Alliance, Empire, and Federation. Azimuth is also grateful to those pilots who delivered vital materials and risked their lives to hold back the Thargoid fleet. Take pride in the knowledge that your courage and dedication will help bring an end to the Second Thargoid War. The superpowers' anti-Xeno task forces have sent out urgent calls for emergency support to prevent Thargoid forces from attacking the Proteus Wave site in these critical final hours. Azimuth divides media opinion. Editorial pieces published by newsfeeds across the core systems illustrate a range of viewpoints on current events in HIP 22460. Ion Akanar. There is no doubt that the real threat to our empire will arise once the Thargoids are gone. That's when federal aggression will undoubtedly resume, fueled by centuries of envy at our glorious splendor. Citizens Chronicle. Some may have mocked Princess Aisling Duval for describing Salvation as a master of self-promotion and public manipulation. But her political instincts are astute, and we believe she is right to warn us against this dangerous man. Sol today. We can all see what will happen as soon as the Thargoids have been dealt with. The Imperials will declare war against our democracy, seeking to enforce their totalitarian regime upon freedom-loving federal citizens. Federal Free Press. The government's focus on Salvation means that vital domestic issues are being ignored. Our economy is...
Lakon, Romeo, Oscar, Tango. We are happy to have you, Commander. Please note that all station services are at your disposal.